Peace Kings, Peace Queens. It's another video from your boy, Brian B.O.L.O. Y. Coming at you again. Hit the like and subscribe button if you can. Support the channel. I don't make a lot of content, but today we'll be talking about Kevin Samuels and Nicki Minaj. Today we'll be talking about Kevin Samuels and Nicki Minaj. And this is my reaction video. Ta-da! So basically, I want to get straight to the point. When you're talking about somebody on Nicki Minaj's level, we're talking about a superstar, a possible icon, somebody who is probably not my favorite person in the world, but I have to give her flowers because basically she has a net worth. She's Hollywood. She's not neighborhood. I'm neighborhood. I like to be neighborhood. She's even more popular than Kevin Samuels. She's been around before Kevin Samuels. She has a great body of work. She's an artist. I'm not too into the direction she's leading the youth, but again, I'm not going to start it off just talking negative about anybody because this video is about those two guys' interaction, Kevin Samuels and Nicki Minaj. Now, some people wanted Kevin Samuels to approach Nicki Minaj as if she was a regular black woman, and I want to say to black women, which I love very much, you are not Nicki Minaj. Like, knock it off. You got a lot of black women who are trying to compare their lives to her celebrity. This is a celebrity. You're not J.Lo. Okay, you're not. Your net worth is not millions. You know what I'm saying? I think we hallucinate in our communities a lot when we try to compare ourselves. Like, that's like me trying to compare myself to Jay-Z. I am not Jay-Z. I don't live Jay-Z's lifestyle. Okay, so I can't conduct my life where I am as if I'm in Hollywood. I think a lot of women do that. Black women do that in particular. They you want to call a guy average, but then you don't look at yourself as average. When you are average, when you're in the same bracket as him, you're going to look at yourself as if you're Nicki Minaj. And it's like, dude, you're not Nicki Minaj. The thing is, Kevin Samuels couldn't talk about pretty much he couldn't break her down. All her boxes is checked. I mean, just think about it. She's a size 4. She's not overweight. She has people doing her makeup. You know what I'm saying? She's obviously beautiful. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about a superstar celebrity. Like, really, really. She can afford her attitude. Basically, that's where I'm going. And I'm saying all black women are like this, but some of you black women cannot afford your attitude. She can afford her attitude. Literally afford her attitude. She can be or say whatever she wants because guess what? At the end of the day, she really doesn't need anybody. She really doesn't. She can replace everybody around her 10 times. How many women do you know can make everybody expendable around them? And then be 50 and 60 years old and still have somebody in their life. That's what I'm saying. A lot of women don't understand that you are not her. Do not think in any thought or fashion. This is something that's been going on for a long time. There's a lot of women that I see do this. They think that they're divas, and they're not. You're not Beyonce. Stop taking advice from people who are not nowhere in your tax bracket. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Samuels, again, I don't agree with all his content as well, but he makes a lot of good points. He said she was a 9. She rated herself a 7. You got Nicki Minaj. You're talking about worldwide, international superstar, rates herself a 9. And you got some regular hood rats walking around in the neighborhoods rating themselves a 10. There was a girl on there that rated herself a 10. How, Sway? A 10. Nicki Minaj said she's a 7. Kevin told her what she really was, a 9. Outside of choices and class and the way she presents herself, if you just looked at her and in most men's minds, she's a 9 or 10, easy. She can basically, well, let's think about it. You're talking about somebody even without making music. If you just look at her, she basically can do what she wants. She basically can find a guy that's gonna let her do what she wants. And I'm just sorry to say that most women are not in that position in which they can do that, and they need to be real about themselves. Be real about yourselves. You are not Nicki Minaj. You're not Jay-Z. You're not Beyonce. You're not these people. Stop saying to yourself. Stop being so out of this world with how you see yourself. It's not reality. Look at yourself for who you are and look at the people that's around you. It's okay to be average. It's okay to be average, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be who you are. I'm the best version of myself. I am a 10 Brian. Nobody can be me better than me. So it don't matter what the number is. I'm a 10 when it comes to me. I'm not competing with anybody. Somebody might say I'm a 4. Somebody might say I'm a 3. You could be a 10 to yourself. But don't think everybody else looks at you. And this is what I'm saying. This is where the delusion comes in. Don't think everybody else is looking at you like a 10. Knock it off. So Kevin Samuels, of course he couldn't come at her and so-called be disrespectful or try to bring her down. How you gonna bring down somebody who's above you? Nicki Minaj been out before Kevin Samuels. Nicki Minaj is more successful than Kevin Samuels is. Nicki Minaj has more money than Kevin Samuels does. And something that I do like about her, her man is less successful than her. Usually women don't date down. She dated down. She's dating somebody who's not as popular as she is. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Kevin Samuels versus Nicki Minaj. I think it was a good video. I think they were trying to be very respectful of each other. Kevin Samuels couldn't really come at Nicki Minaj any kind of way because then again, like I said before, Nicki Minaj is a superstar. Like, what kind of conversation are you really having with a woman like that? You're not talking to the other 80%. He's talking to the upper echelon. When he's talking to her, he's talking to the 20%. No, actually, when he's talking to her, he's talking to the 3% or 1% of women. And now, give him his flowers as well. You know what I'm saying? He's on his way, man. Like, he's right now, you're gonna have so many different superstars calling him. And I hope we can all just learn something from this video. Some of us are neighborhood. It's okay. Some of us are Hollywood. But let not neighborhood think they are Hollywood, and let not Hollywood think they are neighborhood. I'm loving the video. I thought something was gonna pop off for sure. I was like, man, it's about to go down, and nothing really happened. They just left with respect. She gave some advice to black women to work on themselves and build themselves back up and forget if men want them. I said, dude, there we go again. There we go again with the advice of something that can only work for her. Of course, she's already built up. She already has a man. She has the world is her oyster. She can act the way she wants to act because she has the results that she already wants to have. But is that the type of advice you want to give to somebody who may be making minimum wage, or someone who may only make $50,000 to $100,000 a year? Do you really want to tell these women forget men and do what you want to do? Well, that's what they've been doing. That's the same advice. That's the advice they've been given since the 1960s. Put yourself first. Jump on the white liberation movement. Kick your man out. Grab the resources and put yourself first. But you see what we have? 80% unmarried or single amongst black people. That's what we have. That's what we're dealing with. Those are the numbers, and they're getting worse. So obviously, that advice from Nicki Minaj is not good. It's not. It's the same advice that she's been given, and they've been given, and the narrative needs to change. And Kevin Samuels is changing that narrative. The narrative is be honest with yourself and look around you. Are you that much more better than the men around you? Let's be honest. Are you that much better than the men that are around you? If you're making, especially when we go back to the 1960s when Lyndon Johnson, a lot of people don't know, in the white liberation movement, they have pedestalized a lot of BWs and have given them resources and pushed them in front of black men and sat black men down. And now we're in a place where they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, but okay, where's your man? Everybody else seems to date that man. Everybody else seems to have a relationship with that man, but you're by yourself. When do you turn around and say, "Hey, man, this is not working. We are by ourselves, man. Maybe we dropped the bucket. We done hopped on the white liberation and feminist movement bandwagon, but they have their man. The white liberation movement and the feminist movement, they have their man. They have their man. Black women, I got so much love for you. I want to give you some advice. Never take advice from people who already have what they telling you to let go of. Never take advice from people who these women had their man. These women who operate in white supremacy over you, they have their man. You gotta look at yourself and say, man, you know what? I need to look forward in the future. And then I kind of missed a step. If you making $100,000 a year and he making 70, he's making $30,000 less than you. But y'all put that together, that's $170,000 every year. You telling me you can't live a good life? You telling me he got to make exactly what you making? If he could take care of himself, and if something bad happened to you, he can provide for you, secure you, be a leader to his family, has ambition and drive, you gonna look at his economics and be like, yo, he's just making 70, it's not good? Look at the percent of people who make percent of black men who make over 6 figures, and make your decision. Because nobody wants to be by themselves. Everybody keeps saying, I want to be, and you know what, I'm not going to settle. I'd rather be by myself. You say that when you're not on the floor, having a seizure, shaking and dying, and nobody being around. You say that because you're not on your deathbed. Nobody wants to be alone. I don't want to be alone. I can't be alone. You don't see black men really walking around saying how much alone they want to be. And I think that's chaotic. That's chaos. Why would you walk around and say, I want to be alone? Really? So I think that was a great video. I'm glad it didn't go south. That woman is crazy. That's a wild one right there. But again, she's in a position where she can do that. That don't make it right, but she's in a position where she can do that. The only person that can tell her that she's wrong is Black the Most High. I mean, who else? Or those J's that work above her, that handle her career. But yeah, the Most High is the only one that's going to judge those moral problems, those moral issues. But I'm glad that she's a married woman. She got everything going for herself. So yeah, Kevin Samuels, much props, man. You are definitely making waves, and you are hopefully putting it in the mind of our women that, yo, stop really look at yourself. Look at your position. Look how you live. Look at the people that's around you. Stop trying to be who you are not and embrace who you are. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay not to grab hold of all your dreams in one moment, but yet work toward them. It's okay to work with a man if he ain't got as much as you. I mean, if that man love you and is there for you, and is willing to be there for your family, I mean, you gotta get it while you can. Yeah, I digress. Kevin Samuels versus Nicki Minaj. Hit the like button. Share the video. One love.